If you've ever felt life's challenges test your resolve, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the story of a rat, a judge, and an eternal quest for cheese justice for his fellow rats. Before the law sits a judge rat. A man from the country arrives, seeking a fair trial. The judge rat denies him, saying, "Not now." The courtroom stands open, yet the rat waits, hoping for his case to be heard. Welcome back, comedy enthusiasts. In this episode, we dive into the trial, or, as we hilariously call it, cheese justice. Picture this, a courtroom where the stakes are higher than a man's favorite slice of Gouda. Our hero, Father, a devoted dad of two, has been navigating a legal maze so absurd, it could be a Monty Python sketch, all thanks to the notorious Judge Walker. Since August 2021, Father's quest to reunite his family has been like a mystery novel written by a stand-up comedian. Imagine this, 8 court appointments, and not once did he get the memo. It's like the universe's worst game of hide and seek. The kicker, his own money. $6,000 plus $7,500? Poof! Gone like a magician's trick. But wait, there's more. Judge Walker, ever the puppet master, assigned her buddy as Father's lawyer. Talk about keeping it in the family. And let's not forget the child lawyer Maudlin Mosler, whose role was so intricate, it could make a Swiss watch look like a sundial. As Okian Elzi's Ianez Damsia Bezboyu plays in the background, we invite you to peel back the layers of this cheesy conspiracy. Stay tuned because the tale of cheese justice is just getting started, and it's a real Gouda one. Welcome back, dear viewers, to another thrilling episode of Cheese Justice Unveiled. Just when you thought the saga couldn't get any cheesier, we present to you the Chronicles of Chaos, a symphony of legal absurdities. Let's rewind to August 2021. Picture this, a father with a dream decided to file an urgent show cause. Ah, the optimism. Little did he know the legal system was about to serve him a platter of absurdity with a side of sarcasm. Enter Judge Walker, the maestro of mockery. By October, she had already turned the case into her personal comedy show, issuing a sarcastic order for the father to stay out of his child's life entirely, leaving the poor kid in a shelter. Bravo, Judge Walker, bravo! But the show must go on. Despite the father's objections, a visitation schedule was crafted with the precision of a toddler's finger painting. It was so convoluted, even a GPS couldn't navigate it. Alice, the father's daughter, was ordered to spend 5 hours every second weekend in a car, with just a few precious hours with her family. Because, nothing says quality time like endless car rides. Fast forward to January. The father's hopes for a resolution were dashed when the appointment was canceled because Judge Walker claimed she wasn't feeling well. Ironically, she was spotted looking perfectly healthy that very same day. Her commitment to the role of the elusive judge was truly Oscar-worthy. Then came May, and the drama reached its peak. Judge Walker, with all the gravitas of a Shakespearean actor, asked if anyone had followed her impossible visitation schedule. Spoiler alert, nobody had. But why stop there? A dozen nonsensical orders were issued, friends were assigned to key roles, common sense was thrown out the window, and a dozen rules were violated. Yet, in this courtroom circus, nobody seemed to care. As the dramatic music swells, we leave you to ponder the sheer absurdity of it all. Stay tuned, because the Chronicles of Chaos are far from over. In the world of cheese justice, anything can happen, and it usually does. For over a year, until the summer of 2023, the circus of chaos and lunacy continued. The so-called great lawyers threw every excuse they could muster, including the infamous Cleary Gottlieb. Picture this, a law firm with a reputation so shady, calling it a law firm is almost a compliment. Yet they eagerly plunged into the legal madness with gusto. Our dedicated dad, the father, originally from Kharkiv, Ukraine, found himself in the middle of this mess. A volunteer by nature, he couldn't possibly align with the forces of evil. He believed in teaching his daughter the true history, especially about the injustices and the importance of standing up for what's right. But in this topsy-turvy legal saga, heroes are often cast as villains. Eventually, the judge's buddy and the Cleary Gottlieb lawyers decided to sever Alice from her family. They didn't just separate a child from her father, they dismantled her entire universe. Alice was yanked away from her doghouse, her sister, her father, her home, her school, her golden retriever, and even her favorite trees. All this because the father had the audacity to speak the truth about Russia and war criminals. As the excuses piled up, the absurdity became laughably clear. The father was punished for his outspoken stance, and in the process, his daughter lost everything she cherished. And so, dear viewers, we leave you with this final act of legal lunacy. In the world of cheese justice, anything can happen, and it usually does. Stay tuned, because the chronicles of chaos are far from over. The system tried to benefit their colleagues in any way they could. They even requested mental examinations because the father addressed that he couldn't sign anything drafted by the law firm which protected war criminals. After mental examinations made by the friends, Walker assigned the child to 2 alternative examinations. The PhD word expert said there were no mental issues with the father. However, the judge ordered not to release the report to the father. Note that the examinations were done, but the report was not released, knowing that the report is fraudulent. 45 minutes is not enough to come up with such genius diagnostics, never mentioned or known by the father before. In a surprising turn of events, the court ruled in favor of the mother, allowing her to take the child out of the country. The mother's direct connections with her Russian family, including her brother who served in the past in the FSB forces, pose significant risks. Judge Walker, who previously claimed ignorance of the location of Putnam Valley or her inability to open a link containing critical evidence, lied under oath. This act violates Section 1621 of Title 18 of the United States Code, which prohibits perjury. Alice recorded a plea asking not to be separated and detailing what happened in her life, which 20 other people in court were able to access without issue. Judge Walker's failure to consider this evidence violates the child's right to be heard under Article 12 of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. This decision puts the child at significant risk, especially given the current geopolitical climate. The judge's ruling may also contravene the Hague Convention on the Civil Aspects of International Child Abduction, which aims to protect children from international abduction by a parent. The mother's connections with her Russian family could lead to potential abduction or manipulation. In the broader context, this could have severe implications for the child's safety and well-being. The violations of these laws and regulations directly endanger the child's future and security.